Psychotherapist Robi Ludwig joins me now. Robi, I have to admit, I had never heard of this movement until I interviewed them and had done a little bit of research on this. You heard the professor say there that this isn't for every kid and every family, but which families do you think could potentially benefit from this? What are the potential benefits?
Well, if a kid is very motivated, it gives them the opportunity to focus on subjects that they really care about and be in the community in a way that's very focused. So it's good in that regard, and it's unstructured in many ways. So for the kid who doesn't want to learn things that they're not interested in as much or not be stressed by school, it can be a positive. But there are downsides.
Yeah, and that's what I want to get into, because I mean, you heard a lot of the critics talk about how you might just miss basic foundational things that are required even when they're not fun. How do you respond to that?
Well, I think the real world is dealing with things sometimes that we don't like, that isn't fun. So it's a missed opportunity to have that kind of experience. And what if your child chooses not to listen? My mother was an educator. If she homeschooled me, I wouldn't listen to her. Yeah. So there is, that possibility of gaps in learning and not socializing with your peers, and also being an outsider within your community. And not all communities have access to interesting learning opportunities and diversity. So you really have to think about yourself as a child, your child, if they can learn, and in that way, and parents if they have a lot of time. Not all parents have that time. And you can have unstructured during vacations, during time off. So it's not like you can't pursue a child's individual interests if they are in a traditional school.
It's really interesting hearing you talk about the diversity of the environment. I hadn't thought about that, right? The social aspect, but also the diversity that whatever your city or community naturally has.
Yeah.
And actually, as you were talking, I was thinking, when I was in school, it wasn't just having to learn the things I didn't want to learn, but also I was exposed to subjects I wouldn't have known or had the words to know that I was interested in.
That's right. Or certain teachers who can convey things in a certain way that resonates with you, whether it's a subject you like or don't like. And it's learning how to deal with those topics that are good to know, but maybe hard to study. So, I mean, I do have some concerns. I wouldn't feel confident enough, as a parent to do that with my kids. Of course, they've graduated college, but, to each their own. I mean, there are success stories where kids segue into college successfully. There are positive stories there. So I suppose if you're a parent who's really motivated, then that's a good start.
Robi Ludwig, thank you so much. I find this so interesting, especially as our education system, our Department of Education is changing, and we're finding that parents are exploring new avenues to teach their children about this world. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it. And stay right here. You are watching NBC News Daily. Much more news ahead. And remember, you can always watch us for free on our streaming channel, NBC News Now.